Hi, this is the lesson for Eric Bennett / Carl, part 1. First things first, you need power. This is the kettle, generic kettle cord. So you get this little guy, untangle it, because normally it's rooted. And then bring the camera at the back. Pretty straightforward. Oh, watch your nuts. This goes in the yard. See? Sorry. You can see it. Kettle cord into the... It's just like that blocks game that you play when you're a kid, where it fits. And that just goes into power. Right, now this is important, this bit. You take your one finger and make sure, see this is the mute button here. See that one there? And the little red light on it. Make sure that's out. Make sure it's pressed in. And then you turn the power on at the back. Now the power button's right next to the power cord, okay? So, number one, make sure the standby's off, and then plug that in, make sure the power's on at the power point, obviously. Turn that on. Cool? Excellent. Now this is all pretty easy. Now, I've got two leads. There's two leads to go from the desk into the two speakers. Speaker one, which is in this circumstance underneath the desk, because it's my gig. But for Carl, they'll be to your left and right, and you'll be at the front, like looking left and right in the speakers. So you'll have to run two leads out to the speakers. Roger? Yep. Cool, that's pretty easy. Now, let me think. Okay, so, then a small lead. This is the next thing you'll have to do. Basically what we're doing is we're plugging everything in, so when we turn on the mic, it's ready to go. So, this is a... Right, they're coming in the back here. Now, so obviously we're going to put a microphone into the top of the desk, so the signal will come from Carl's mouth, so the signal will come into the desk. So we're sort of making the rest of the signal up before we put the microphone in. So come and have a look at the back here, really closely, if you can see it. You can see that. You've got A and B. A is one side of the speaker, is one speaker, and B is the other. That's all you have to remember. I've got that setting on there that will not change. So that's just one speaker, second speaker. So one lead, just like so, slightly simmered, sauteed, and then so you go there, and then you run it around the back. So that's coming out of the desk, and you run that into. Okay, have a look at the back here. You've got one of two options. Doesn't matter which one you choose; they're exactly the same. Remember I showed you that at the point that night. They're the same, and you just do exactly the same for the other speaker. So if you've got, obviously one speaker is going to be closer than the other, because you'll be sitting at the front, and the speakers will be to your left and right, but your left-hand speaker in that room will be closer. So use the shorter of the two leads to that one, and then actually use the shorter of the two leads to run to that one, right? And then what you can do is get this lead here with the two sort of back ends. This is the longer lead that you'll have. Run this back behind the stage, and what we're going to do is run the speakers in parallel. The reason we're doing that is because it'll save you having to run another lead up and then at a right angle across the stage. You can run this out of the same speaker, so into there, so into the other one. So the signal will be coming out of this one. This is all making sense? Or?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of, yeah. This one goes all the way into either of these. So, just to give you the signal flow, you've got microphone, it'll go into channel 1, I'll show you that next. It'll come in, it'll do its little thing with the amplifier and stuff. It'll send it out of this, it'll send it out of that one, into this speaker, and into that speaker, out of this one. The car will be standing here with the microphone, so if you just press stop and I'll show you the microphone bit next.